địt mẹ. Thế không trúng nhở? Thùng 3. Giả có lên deck đâu.
Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Yeah. Thói nè. Quá bình thường. Cũng tạm được. Mu nè. À.
Vẫn còn ăn 4 rồi.
Thói nè.
B rồi.
Vỡ mồm. Lựu đạn, né đi. Mu nè. Khoa.
3 hành lang luôn. Sợ thật.
Thói nè. Khu B.
Đều quá mít 1. Vãi lèo, noob. À, thiếu người khó bắn thế.
Thói nè.
biết còn gỡ được không? Khó.
Khói nè. Khói nè. Lựu đạn lấy đi. Khoa. Khoa. Mu nè.
Đi mẹ, núp ở đây từ bao giờ vậy? Mít nước.
Khói nè.
Rồi thằng 42. Ui ngon rồi.
Lựu đạn lấy đi. Quẩy nó nào. Khói nè. Khói nè. Khói nè. Lựu đạn né đi. Mu nè. Thấy bom nè. Quá bình thường.
Ý, nước kìa.
Thấy bom nè.
Yeah, gánh team thành công.
Mu nè. Khói nè.
Thế mình chỉ 60 ạ.
Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Nhặt bom kìa.
Khó rồi. Vẫn được.
Mu nè.
Mẹ mù lâu thế. Ghê thế. Chơi.
Mu nè.
Tiền sư tổ mày ép hoài.
Khói nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Quá bình thường. Mu nè.
Không ép nữa à các con vợ? Các con vợ làm gì dám ép nữa?
Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Quá bình thường. Cũng tạm được.
Trêu được này mới được.
Khói nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi.
Đi ra mít nhỏ phát.
Vỡ mồm. Quá bình thường. Hàng về.
40. Hay à? May quả đấy mình ra mít nhỏ.
Đã rõ. Lựu đạn né đi. Khói nè. Mu nè.
Khó quá.
Đồng ý. Lựu đạn né đi. Khói nè. Quá bình thường. Khói nè. Lựu đạn.
Ui, bỏ mẹ rồi. Mic nhỏ một, điều khiển B1. Rồi. Đại ca đi lung tung vừa là. Ui, ô.
Tốt lắm. Ok, chiến nào. Khói nè. Khói nè. Lựu đạn, né đi. Lựu đạn, né đi.
Ăn bom.
Khu B. Lựu đạn, né đi. Võ mồm.
Mẹ mày láo quen thân. Đồng đội 21. Định mệnh bạn ơi là bạn. Trời ơi, 2 thằng 100C đấy.
Tuyệt vời.
Ê, vẫn thua à?
Khói nè. Lựu đạn, né đi. Khói nè. Lựu đạn, né đi.
Một cống.
Ngu nè.
Phát cả lìn đấy. Ăn lờ rồi.
Bom đạn vào nhé. Thua rồi, Rocket đã thắng. Quẩy lên nào. Khói nè. Khói nè. Lựu đạn, né đi. Khu B. Khu B. Lựu đạn, né đi. Lựu đạn, né đi. Khói nè. Khu B. Ngu nè. Khu B.
Địt mẹ nó.
Mu nè.
Ao ơi.
Khu A. Đã rõ. Võ mồm.
May phát cuối 1C mẹ giết 2 thằng. Quá phê. Uy tín không?
Khói nè. Lựu đạn,
Ở đâu?
né đi.
Chết mẹ hỏng á.
Lựu đạn, né đi. Khói nè, né đi.
Ôi, mới nhỏ vào rồi. Đen. Mít nhỏ nó đi vào mít nhỏ. Không chơi mà xem live thuộc hết map danh C4 luôn rồi.
Khói nè. Lựu đạn, né đi.
Đường Vi 1986 này bắn láo phết nhỉ. À, có ai? B rồi.
Khu B. Mu nè. Lựu đạn, né đi.
Chạy mẹ rồi, xuống A rồi.
Ôm đặt rồi nhé. Lựu đạn, né đi. Khói nè. Đã nhận. Khu B. Lựu đạn, né đi. Gõ mồm.
Ai, khó nhỉ. Ván này chắc thua trả điểm rồi. Trả điểm rồi anh em ơi. Đấy.
Lựu đạn, né đi. Mu nè. Ok, tiến lên nào. Khói nè. Lựu đạn, né đi. Khói nè. Smoking bomb. Copy that.
Bắt lèo thủ nhà.
Đồng ý. Roger that.
Vãi lìn. Niệm luôn.
Khu B.
Bê rồi anh em ơi. Khó vãi trưởng. Team chết hết à. Nay không lãi được mấy nhỉ. Nay hơi ít. Hơi ít điểm. Em điều khiển đấy.
Mu nè. Nói nè. Lũ.
I went to right. So when I went to SNL, right?
Did you do that for the audition?
No.
He didn't even know it was a bid. He thought he was onto Evolution.
Right.
Would you ever get thrown out of the zoo?
I think it was the Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, asked me, like, you're making people uneasy.
Wait,
I
you would
stood
do
there
that
for
on
like
the-
an hour and a half.
You would do that on the road?
You would no.
Oh, yeah,
you would
yeah,
stare.
I'd get high.
Yeah, but you would stare at the animal
For an hour and a half.
and do impressions of him because
Yes.
you were Were you trying to talk to him?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would stand there, and the
Because
one
you
time.
became proficient at it that
Yes.
maybe you were even communicating
Maybe
with
Yeah.
him.
you
Yes.
were talking goat.
Yes. So I would stand there, and there was always an older one. Like, so he couldn't even stand it. So when I would sit there and I go, if I can get the old one and go, talking to them, man.
Talking to the animal.
So how do you incorporate that into a television
So
sketch?
here's what I did with SNL. I went in there and I pitched, and this is what I said. I said, I want to do a character that, for some bizarre reason, he has Tourette's. But it's sort of like Teen Wolf. Whenever he talks, so that comes out, and they're just staring at me.
Yeah, because it sounds crazy.
They're all like, "What? the fuck is he
Who
talking-"
gets this?
But instead of a werewolf, he turns into a ghost?
Yes.
Right.
So, but my hook was whenever he get nervous,
Right.
and whenever he drink, more of the goat would come out.
Right.
So to me, he'd go. The original sketch
Like
was
Jekyll and Hyde.
yes. The original sketch was he goes to a party, a regular guy, and throughout the night, once in a while, he's like, "Yeah, you know, I'm from Long Island," and what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then as he drank, he's like, "Hey, let's sing," you know, like start spreading the. I'm leaving, and people are like, "What the?" I had no ending.
Did you know if there was
No ending. I just went.
there
I know
a
this is
history
funny.
of anyone that you knew that did a goat sound when they had
No,
Tourette's?
no, not at all.
It does sound like it, though.
You pitched this thing,
Yeah.
which is brilliant, but yet who would even? How do you get it on television? Because did they finally see that
A couple
this
weeks later, this guy.
was, it was genius?
Who gives a fuck about an ending?
Right.
Right. A couple weeks later,
Right.
one of the writers, Tom Giannis, was one of the writers, and he comes up to me and he goes, "You know, don't ask me why, but I was thinking about that goat thing you were talking about. He goes, and I really like the angle that he sings.
Right.
I go, all right. And he goes, what about he just sings 80 songs? I was like, you're just as fucking bonkers as I am.
This is good.
Why would you? I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid.
But maybe we'd get it on the air.
I thought it was stupid.
I did. Like, he sings 80 songs? That's retarded.
No, but at least someone was buying into your concept.
Yes.
Yes.
So the first Goat Boy was he sings just 80 songs, and it was like an infomercial, like he used to be this, and now Goat Boy sings 80 songs. And it was like,
I remember seeing it.
right?
Yeah,
You're like you can so if you want to, you can.
But in a way, didn't they ruin Goat Boy in the sense that you wanted this just to be some guy, not name him Goat Boy?
No, I didn't want to name him Goat Boy. Nothing.
Right.
He's
Don't
supposed to be
even
a
reference
guy.
what it is.
No, I didn't want any of that to happen.
Your idea was pure.
Yeah.
And then and I saw it as a franchise. I'm like, then we'll do the movie where it's like Teen Wolf, where you don't know what's wrong with the guy.
Right.
And then we find out he was a government experiment. And then at the end of the day, there's something going on in the mountains, and the only one can get to the people in the mountains is the Goat Man.
So wait a second. This was genius. And this gives me insight into how Saturday Night Live works. And this must be the frustration of it. Here you have this great bit. You see it in your head. In order to get it on the air, you have to even water down the idea, name him Goat Boy, then have him sing 80 songs.
Right.
And that is kind of sucky, right? That's why you need your own show, because you can do what you want to do.
Well, it's hard to, in any industry, when you visualize, you're the only one with that thought process.
And when you pitch this in a meeting, it's hard to convey why it's funny.
Yeah. I'm like, you don't get it. It's just funny.
Right, and then with
Lorne
sketches,
Michaels-
they concentrate on the ending so much.
Yeah.
Eventually,
Endings.
it's an hour long.
Did Lorne Michaels eventually, did he think you were nuts and like we wasted our money on this guy? And then when Goat Boy,
he loved the Goat Boy.
He did.
After the first one, then Tom Hanks was coming to host.
Okay.
And this was like the beginning of the second season. And that was when that guy came back. He's like, let's give Goat Boy his own talk show. And he hosts the 80s. I'm like,
80.
what the
Why can't we let go of the 80s?
Yeah.
what is he good? And he had a bizarre thought process. He's like, I just think it's funny that he just hosts 80s. This is hilarious. And he's on VH1. And
It's not funny.
well,
But
people
Goat Boy's
freaking, and what that did was allow guests to come in and be like, oh, I want to dress up as so-and-so from the 80s.
Right.
And so as much as I was like, it works, though.
But you know what? The
And
sound
he was
is,
like, it did work.
I
It
like
the
did
sound
work.
is so funny,
Yeah.
though. You
Right.
can do it. It would work in anything almost.
I like Goat Boy just being a guy with Tourette's and having to get through life and ask
So
girls
funny.
out and all
Right.
that
His
other
original
stuff.
idea is edgy.
Hilarious.
It's edgier, first of all, and it's funnier.
If you had a real Tourette's
I didn't want the
problem,
goat on his face and all that.
Yeah,
and the
right.
hair. I didn't want all that.
If you were going to ask Robin out and you had this
Hilarious.
you'd be funny. You'd be
I
like
Robin, I think you're very, very attractive, and I think we
love
can.
that.
It's hilarious.
So this is all good. I like what you're saying. I mean,
Yeah, I'm going to tour. It's going to be the Jim Brew presents the Family Man tour.
will you
I'm going
bring
to show
your dad?
videos.
Will
Oh
we
yeah,
get to-
yeah.
Your dad will be there.
You could see him when you go on the website. There's a whole road journal of me on tour with him.
And he might shit his pants at the show.
He might shit his. You know what?
Why not just stop feeding him?
If you're lucky.
Why don't you stop feeding him? Honestly, I'll cut down.
That's what we said to do with Beetlejuice. Don't feed him.
Well, maybe it's like, you have this special routine with Bianca, so you know when she's going to go.
That's true.
So you put him on a schedule.
He's
Right.
tough to put on a
Well,
schedule.
now he's on a schedule.
Take a few phone calls from your fans, please.
Sure.
John, go ahead in Orlando for Jim Brewer. Jim, of course, does his own show here at Sirius Satellite Radio. And he's doing a solo thing at Sirius now. The rest of the guys left, but don't worry, they got paid in equipment.
Hey, Jim, big fan. What's going on, buddy?
How are you, Johnny?
Howard, you got to have Jim tell the story about when he called a bomb threat into Sears in Valley Stream.
What?
What are you talking about?
He was young.
I hope this is when you were a kid, right?
Yeah.
This is when I was about 18, 19. What happened was I was.
Were you a bad kid? Were you a
No.
troublemaker?
I was a nice class clown.
Seems to me, though, you're a very wild guy. You know?
No,
You're
I had
a little
to-
out of your mind.
I really was the back classroom class clown. I wouldn't I wouldn't go to the point where cops would get involved or someone would get hurt.
Did the teachers dislike you because you were a pain in the ass? They're just trying to do their job, and you're back there making jokes and at their expense and all
Really,
this
Jim?
I would never get caught, though.
You wouldn't.
They didn't know it was
I'd
you.
be like, no, what are you talking about? I'm doing my work.
And so you must have known you were going to be a comic your whole life almost.
I knew since about 6th grade, Steve Martin, Let's Get Small,
Right.
was the first record I heard. And he did a whole section on farting.
Right.
And 6th grade, I'm like, this is the greatest bit ever in my life.
We're
He
probably
was
the
something.
exact same age, and I can remember with my friend, this kid Mike Sienna, listening to that exact album.
I know the whole album
at
still.
the age of 12,
Yeah.
and just like laughing so
Steve
fucking
Martin's
hard.
the guy, right? I mean,
Steve Martin was my first original guy. Then came Pryor.
Right.
Then came Carl. Then Kinnison.
Yeah.
That was like,
He
oh
blew it
my
open.
God.
Blew the
Did you ever
doors
get
off
to
the
see
thing.
him work live?
I did twice.
Yes.
Once
Wasn't it amazing? He would just come up with stuff, right on stage.
when I saw him in Tampa, Carl LeBove was opening for him.
Right.
And I have to say, Carl left the when he first came out, little bald guy, I went, oh, this guy's going to take an ass whooping.
Right.
It was like seeing Metallica at the time. Like, ladies and gentlemen, from Disney. Oh, no, don't do this to this guy. And he killed. He left with a standing O.
Right.
I went, I don't think Sam's going to be able to follow this. And then Kinnison came out.
Bigger
and
than life.
bigger. But then the second time I saw him was a disaster. That's when he had
He was getting high.
4 or 5 guys with him, and he was a mess. and
Killers
it
of
was-
Comedy or Outlaws of Comedy.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
It was just awful.
I saw him at Rascals. It's actually, you might even remember this day. He was on your show drinking.
Uh-oh.
Promoted Rascals in Jersey, and I
Yeah.
listened to the whole show.
God, that was
I was
great.
working like construction at the time, and I went to Rascals, me and my buddies, and he fallen off the stage drunk.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
could-
those
he,
were
he
bad.
didn't finish.
Well, I saw him in Westbury one time, and I was backstage with him, and he was funny for the first show, and by the second show, he was blasted. So that was it. He was
Right.
done. What about? So you were saying you called in a bomb threat to Sears?
yeah, what
At
happened was...
Valley Stream, of all places.
The nice
No, ma-
class clown.
Yeah, let's hear how you. Were
No,
so
no,
nice.
no.
Yeah.
This is overblown, and that's why I got so
Explain
mad.
yourself, yeah.
First of all, I need to set up my brothers are cops, especially back then. I had one in the 5th in Valley Stream. I had one in Manhattan. So I was hooked up with my PBA cards.
Right.
With that to say, I'm working at Sears, and no matter where I worked, I always, let's have fun while we're here. I don't want to mope around.
Why make it a bad?
Why
thing?
make this a bad thing?
Right.
So we worked in the paint department, and right next to Valley Stream, Sears, and the next department was hardware, non-commissioned hardware. I need to say that.
Right.
Because if you take your job too seriously and non-commissioned, you're a joke.
Right.
So we would go there, and there was this new guy in hardware, and he's in his 30s at least. So we're kids, and we